First of all, would like to congratulate LSU. Outstanding weekend, outstanding season. They've played phenomenal. Like we mentioned last night, I think it's probably over a month now since the last time they lost a game. They're an outstanding club. The train is rolling. I anticipate those guys are going to go to Omaha. I expect them to win a national championship. I think they're the most dynamic lineup in the country. Everybody's playing at a high level right now. They've got outstanding starting pitching. Their bullpen is outstanding as well. And 1 through 9 in the lineup, guys, they just put so much pressure on you. They don't ever stop coming. It's just one after the other. So congrats to those guys. And like I said, man, I think they're the best team in the country. I expect them to go to Omaha, win a national championship, and do all the things that they planned on doing this year. They're an outstanding club, and we certainly tip our cap to them. Guys, I can't even begin to tell you how proud I am of my team this year. Our guys had an unbelievable ability to fight, never give up, just continue to persevere over so much and so many things that went against us this season. Our season is over, and it is certainly a sad day. But in terms of just big picture on what this team accomplished this year, I can't speak highly enough about them. We were picked to finish somewhere down at the bottom of the SEC. Nobody gave us any credit. Nobody certainly expected us to be here this weekend. And we are here because we had an incredible senior leadership by several guys that are sitting up here right now that I can't speak highly enough about. I want these guys to know that I will always be there for them in any capacity that they ever need me. What I saw those guys do this year for this program and our university is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Josh Lovelady, our catcher, guys, you're talking about an absolute warrior. He basically caught every single game this year, every inning. He led us to victories. He did everything in his power every single day to lead a young pitching staff, a staff that was short on sheer numbers. He rallied those guys, led them, and I can't speak highly enough about him. Cody Brown, these are 2 fifth-year seniors sitting up here right now that have experienced every high and every low that you can have in the SEC. They've won the SEC. They've been on teams that haven't made the SEC tournament before. Cody Brown had an outstanding senior year, hit over 320 with 9 home runs, double-digit stolen bases, played multiple positions every single day for us. These guys led our team this year, and I want to thank them, and I want to thank our seniors for everything that they did for our program. I will forever be grateful for every single thing that they did this year for us. Guys, our program is going to continue to get better and better and better. Our guys are going to continue to win ball games. We have the expectation level to be right back in this weekend next season. That's what our expectation level is, and we're going to continue to work and grind and fight and do all the things that you have to do to be one of the best programs in the country. And our goal is to do every single thing in our power and every single thing in my power to win a first national championship here at Mississippi State University. There are so many great players, head coaches that have come before all of us sitting on this stage, and we want to represent those guys every single day and do everything we can to continue to do everything we can to win the SEC and win that first national championship. So I just want to thank our team for the effort. They were phenomenal from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to use the mic again to direct your questions. We'll open it to both the student athletes and coach. Right here in the front row.
Brent, you got drafted late last year, and you got a chance today to get drafted right away. What did Coach Cannizaro do to help improve your game, and how do you feel like you improved over the last year?
I'm going to start by saying that the guy sitting on my left, Coach Cannizaro, is the best college baseball coach in the country, and that's a statement that none of you should take lightly. He is the best college baseball coach in the country, and he's going to take the Mississippi State baseball program to places it's never been before. He's going to win the first national championship here, and he's going to win multiple national championships after that. I can't speak highly enough of the type of leader he is, of the type of man he is, and of the type of coach that he was to me and the rest of our team this year. He helped develop my game into places that I never thought I could reach. He's molded me as a person and as a player too throughout the course this year, and it's just been an unbelievable experience to get to spend my fourth season at Mississippi State playing for him, and I can't thank him enough for everything he's done for our whole team this year.
Back there.
Coach, did you consider going to one of your short relievers, your closers, earlier in the game to try to stymie LSU's momentum?
No, man, Charles, it's a good question, man, but no. Our guys, we take a 4-3 lead into the fourth inning, and in reality, probably couldn't have worked out any better for us. We have a lead. We send out our Saturday or Sunday starter, Denver McQuarrie, out there to the mound. We did everything possible, man. You could see the number of guys we threw today. I mean, it was all hands on deck. But Charles, that's the way it's been every single day this year. Every single day, our guys show up to the ballpark. They expect to pitch. They're ready to pitch, and they've done a great job. In terms of that short reliever guy, if you're talking Riley Self or Spencer Price, one of those guys, no, because we did everything possible. You've got a 4-3 lead with a starter on the mound, and unfortunately, it just didn't work out tonight.
Hey, Coach, now that it's over, you reflect back on it. Was this experience, was it weird? Was it difficult? I mean, just what was it like for you to come back here and, try to beat these guys?
Yeah, sure. Jock, it was awesome, man. To be able to lead this group of guys into this ballpark was a really cool moment for myself and my family. These guys laid it on the line every day, man. And I think everybody here knows the relationship that I have with the players here at LSU. And there's so much time that you spend with those kids during the recruiting process and then coaching them every day. But I think most of the awkwardness kind of got out of the way several weeks ago when we played each other in Starkville. Listen, those guys know I'm there for them. You put your feelings aside for these 2 days, man, this entire weekend. And I honestly believe I have the greatest head coaching job in America at Mississippi State. And I love representing these guys sitting on this stage and everybody that's played at Mississippi State and every great head coach before me. And I came here this weekend, and we came here this weekend to win the Super Regional. We've got the rest of the summer and the rest of the fall to catch up with everybody here. We fell short of our goal. Listen, these guys gave me everything they had every single day. You just weren't able to get it done this weekend. I really believe LSU is the best team in the country right now, and I expect them to go win a national championship.
Hey, Andy, we talked about this all season, but in that fifth inning, do you feel like it would be just fair to say that you guys ran out of arms in that fifth inning?
Physically? Yeah. It is what it is, man. And there's no excuses. We won 40 ball games this year with those same arms. And so, I don't want to necessarily say we ran out of arms. We just weren't able to get it done tonight. The majority of those guys that threw tonight will be back next year. And we will be a better team next year for having come to LSU, playing in this environment, having to beat these guys here. The kids that return next year will be better for this weekend, and we'll play better next year when we're back here this weekend.
Going back to the draft, Mangum and Gridley are two guys that could get taken in the range where they might consider going. Have you had conversations with them about that yet? And
Yeah, sure. It's something that we talk about all the time, and it's certainly a subject that I never shy away from. And I'm a gigantic believer in college baseball. I'm a gigantic believer in kids going to school and staying in school and doing everything they can to earn their degree, which allows them to have a lifetime of earning power. I believe college baseball is the greatest place you can develop your game to one day be able to play in the big leagues. All those guys you just talked about right there, Gridley and Mangum, will certainly have a decision to make. We'll see what happens in the next day or two with the draft. We've had great meetings back and forth with both guys. And so we certainly look forward to sitting down again tomorrow. And, both of those guys love Mississippi State University. They do everything right. Both of those guys are tremendous leaders for our program. And gosh, man, on a selfish note, I hope to God both of those guys are back next year. You're talking about a first-team All-SEC shortstop and a center fielder that's going to be an All-SEC player next year when he plays with a non-broken hand for half the season.
Coach, I know there's a lot of rivalries in the SEC, but is this a start of something between these squads that's like good friction?
Dang right, man. Absolutely. There's nothing like competition. There's nothing like putting yourself out there, and if you're going to be the best, you need to beat the best. And with our group right now, if you're going to become the best program in college baseball, this one that we're at right now here at LSU is the one you have to go through. I mean, look at all the national championships on the Intimidator out there in right field. We are looking forward to competing against these guys for many years to come. And I can't even begin to tell you guys how excited I am to compete against them and continue to play them. At some point, one day in my adult life, I'll figure out how to beat them.
Josh, whenever you had that final out, the whole dugout came out and greeted you and showed you a lot of respect there. What did that feel like, and what was kind of your words to some of those younger guys?
Man, for the most part, those younger guys, I was just telling them, hey, this isn't your last game. We played hard this year with everything we had, but, I just told them to just come back and be ready to go again. You've got the best coach in America, just like Brent said, and you're playing for arguably the best university in the country, and they're building the $65 million stadium for them to play in. And I was just like, hey, fellas, learn from this. Learn how we got here and learn from what we did wrong to not go to Omaha and make a run at it again. And we fully believe in Coach Cannizaro that he's going to make a quick turnaround after this season and come back just like we did this year and be in the run to go to Omaha again. And we have full confidence in him and the rest of our coaching staff and our university that they'll do what they need to do to get back.
Back left.
Kind of going off of that question, Josh and Cody, have you had a chance to kind of reflect on your career here at Mississippi State now that it has come to an end?
Josh, first, please.
Yeah, man. It didn't really hit me until, Coach Cannizaro, we were out in left field and he started talking to us. And what a great university, we got to come play at. I know Cody would agree with me. I would have never picked anywhere else but Mississippi State. The best fans in college baseball. You're playing with some of the best amateur players in all of college baseball as well. And then, we got to play our final year with, like we said, we think he's the best college baseball coach in America, and he's going to be and will continue to be. With what he did, with what we had this year, whether or not everyone in here knows that, is extremely impressive. And like he said, everybody out there doubted us. Nobody gave us a chance last week at Southern Miss, and we reeled off 4 in a row. We came down here and gave it everything we got, and obviously we didn't get to where we needed to be. But yeah, Mississippi State, it's been everything I could even imagine, and I'm just thankful for everything that Coach Cannizaro has allowed Cody and myself to do, and he'll continue to do that with the rest of the guys.
Cody?
Just to piggyback off of what Love said here, I have no regrets. I feel like I left it all out on the field every single day, and my teammates gave me everything that they had, and I feel like every day we showed up to the yard, we were ready to play, and being with this guy for 4 years, it's been pretty impressive. There's never a day that he took off and practice, whatever it was, weights, anything like that, and getting to play with guys like that, and guys from the past. This is my 5th year. I got redshirted my first year, and being able to play on a team that went to Omaha, and see that the work ethic that those guys have, and be able to bring that to the table every single day, and especially for those young guys that haven't got to experience that, is pretty cool. And a lot of people can't say that they got to experience that before, and I can't thank the coaching staff and the coaches that brought me in, my teammates and everyone for the the experiences and the memories that I've made here.
Okay, we'll take a couple more back right.
Hey, Brent, have you really had a chance to take in the incredible season that you just finished, statistically chasing a Triple Crown and being a National Player of the Year candidate?
I mean, it's been a cool year from many standpoints, from just the from that to being able to just watch my team grow up like we did throughout this year, all the young guys at the beginning of the year who were just so inexperienced and honestly immature, and watching them grow up and develop into the people and the players they are today has been, that's kind of been the coolest thing for me. It's been the coolest part for I think all three of us guys who've been in the program for a while, and kind of seeing what it takes to win and being able to communicate communicate to those younger guys what it takes to be successful in this league, what it takes to be a good team, what it takes to be a good leader, and ultimately what it takes to win and have success in the the most competitive conference in America. So apart from all the stats and everything like that, I think that's been the coolest part for me, is just kind of watching those young guys grow up and develop as both people and players.
Okay, one last one here in the front.
Brent, to ask you the same thing I asked Coach about Mangum and Gridley. What have your thoughts been on the draft recently?
Regarding Mangum and Gridley, or regarding yourself? Oh, I mean, I'm excited to see what happens. I worked really hard last year after the season ended and throughout the course of the off season and during the season to put myself in the best position possible. To begin my professional career. Obviously, it's not a done deal or anything like that, but I'm gonna see what happens and try to make the best decision for me.
All right, guys, congratulations on a great year. Appreciate the help during the weekend here. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.